So right now we're talking about editing a video on TikTok Studio after we duplicated a video that was already having traction. So that's what we're doing right now. So if your mindset is in a funk, if your mindset is that you are not feeling like you should be doing this, and today is Monday, December the 1st. If you're in that state, you still make content because you want to make sure that if you don't, you would show up to a job, right? You're showing up to a job. So why not show up to your own job?
You're absolutely right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you're
So
absolutely right.
now what we're gonna do is that we're gonna edit the video.
I recommend a $10 membership.
So now I'm gonna get rid of the extra.
I recommend membership.
So I'm gonna get rid of the extra space at the beginning because you don't want a dead space at the beginning.
Right.
So I get rid of the right. So I'm gonna get rid of the breath at the beginning.
I recommend.
So I still have a little bit of breath, so I'm gonna get rid of a little bit more.
I recommend a $10 membership.
So I always pause at the end. So it's a clear pause.
Right.
And I get paid.
Oh shoot. I deleted the whole thing.
Oh no.
It's okay. You can always undo. So now I'm going to delete this part. So now there it is.
A $10 membership. And
now look how fast you did that. See?
Huh?
As I look how fast you did that.
But it just
I know it's easy,
right?
I just put too much pressure on myself because I'll do it. I'm like, oh no, I don't like it. And then I do it again. And then by that time, but that last one I was very calm because I was in a different area and I thought, okay, I'm just going to be very calm. I'm not going to stress out. And I wasn't I?
Your videos are great. You just need to do hundreds more of them.
Yeah.
Right. And you don't do hundreds in one day. You just do 3 a day, 3 a day, 3 a day. So when you do 3 a day, before you know it, you're gonna be teaching this to the people that are joining your team.
And you know what? And not only that, but I know that once I really get into it, I know that I'll be fine. That let me do a video.
But it's just practice. It's just practice. So let's finish it.
Okay.
So now I'm gonna pause it right there. I'm gonna edit it. I'm gonna split it, and then I'm gonna get rid of the extra noise, right? So now I have a lot of empty space.
8 recommendations a day, 5 days a week.
Okay. So now I'm gonna get rid of the end as well.
That is.
And then it starts with a little bit of space at the beginning. So I watch my face to see when the actual words begin.
And then you edit. Wow.
Well, but not everybody's doing that.
So right now, just so you know, I'm very tired. Yeah. I went to bed, I think at 1 a.m. and then I woke up at 5-ish. And I am just because I ran because I had a Black Sale Friday. I mean a Black Friday sale. A Black Friday
sale. I know.
And I just been running. Yeah. And today I think it finally hit me. Like today I was just like I was just like bang. And I was just like, what is wrong with me? Am I just lazy? And I'm like,
no.
Well, but but I'm telling you, it's like the same thing with you, right?
Yeah.
You're criticizing yourself, but it's like if you just do the work, you'll catch up with yourself that you're like, and that's what you want to be in part of community, so that when you feel like that, you post about it, and then we can bring you out of it. So then I'm gonna go ahead and split that so that I can get rid of that extra space. I'm gonna delete it.
You should do it too.
So now I'm going to go back to that space and then I'm going to watch my face where I start saying the word. And then I see the U.
You should do it too.
And then I'm going to pause right there. I'm going to split it. I'm going to spit it and then cut the end. So now I'm going to go back to not so. I'm going to get rid of the so because they're.
So this is what you do.
So I'm going to get rid of this so.
This is what you do. Follow me. Like this post. Comment freedom because you deserve it and share it with somebody because it's the right thing to do and save it because otherwise you're going to lose it and you're going to regret it massively. I recommend a $10.
So that's why I keep on, you know what? That's why
$10 membership and I get paid.
What's that?
That's why I keep deleting it because I might like part of it, but I never, so I just go all the way through. I don't do what you're doing. I haven't learned. I'm kind of teaching myself how to do it.
So you do it just like I did, but you dupe videos, right?
Right.
You don't because what you're trying to do is that you're trying to reinvent the wheel. And that's what's getting you in trouble because you think you think that you're responsible for inventing these videos, and these videos have already been created.
Right.
We have proven that these videos work.
Yeah.
That video, I recommend, a $10 membership that got millions of views, millions.
Yeah.
Right? So most of the videos that you'll see me do, they either got over 10,000 or at least 100,000.
Wow. Yeah.
Right? So there's no reason for any of us to be thinking about what we're going to say, because the hook is already done. The only thing that you have to do is like move the camera at the beginning. That's the only thing that you have to do. So it's either you go like this or you go like this. But whichever way you do it, and then the one thing that you do have to do is that you have to make sure that you always clean your camera, the front of it and the back of it, because your camera is always dirty. So you just want to do that. So now I saved the video on my TikTok studio. You know TikTok studio, right?
Yeah.
So I now saved it on the TikTok studio, and I dropped it to my camera. So now I'm gonna go to my phone, to my regular TikTok, and then I'm going to add that video, right? So now here's the video, and it's 30 seconds, right? It's 30 seconds.
It's good. Wow.
I'm gonna turn it up a little bit so that you can hear.
And I get paid.
So now I do want to watch the finished product.
I recommend a $10 membership, and I get paid $25 every time I recommend this $10 membership. 8 recommendations a day, 5 days a week. That is $4,000 a month. I am baffled that not everybody's doing this. You should do it too. This is what you do. Follow me, like this post, comment freedom because you deserve it, and share it with somebody because it's the right thing to do, and save it because otherwise you're going to lose it and you're going to regret it massively. I recommend a
So
$10
that was 30 seconds. So now what I'm
Right.
going to do is that I'm going to write, and I usually have something that is already written. So I'm just going to go to my notes, and and if you don't have something written, then go copy what I've written. So if I go over to, I usually have a post, and I like the one that it says waking up at 11 a.m. and I'm gonna do 11. So I have the copy, which is the writing already pre-written. So I'm gonna look for the 11 a.m.
And that's in your notes?
It's on my notes on my phone.
Okay.
11 a.m. Okay, wake up. This one. So now I'm gonna copy this whole thing. So even though this one is for Legal Shield and whatchamacallit and Live Good, they're the same, because one is just more expensive than the other.
Right.
One and the same. They're both a membership. So I just come in and I update. Picture this: wake up at 11 a.m. No one is chasing you or with overdue work, blah 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 blah. Work from home, blah 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 blah. Because you are thriving with your amazing affiliate business, you decide your schedule, blah 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 blah. Pursue your dreams and the quality of the present. And why? Because you have an affiliate business. So all of this applies to any membership program. So I just say ready. So I'm gonna change the word ready, because I just said to say freedom.
Yeah.
So you also want to say words that people are actively looking for. So like side hustle, work from home, working moms, words that people are going to be looking for. So now on this part, I want to put easy work from home, right? Easy work from home. And these are hooks that I just know, but I have all of these hooks on my phone. So when I copy this video, it already had all of this. So then I just copy it, and then I move it to the top without hiding it, right? So I move it to the top, and then if it's gonna cover my face, I'm gonna move my face so that it's moving, so that whenever I drop it, there's movement, and then I'm gonna move my face. So now I'm gonna look like I'm moving. And it's good if it's like right now I'm gonna be like this, right? When the video drops. And it's always a hit or miss. So now I have the copy, which is the description. I have the hook over here. Oh, so now I have to do the captions. And then for me, I go through seasons of different types of captions. But if you put a yellow sticky, right? If you put a yellow sticky with banana yellow, people automatically remember, because that's what our brains have been trained. That
Mm-hmm.
banana yellow is a sticky post that you're supposed to
Yeah,
remove.
I like yellow. Yeah.
So when I go down here, I'm gonna pick the ones that come out smooth, the one word at a time. And then I'm gonna go to the bottom, and then I'm gonna pick up the black letters with yellow background.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
I'm
like
gonna
that.
hit
I
OK.
like yellow, black.
I'm gonna hit OK, and then I'm gonna get rid of any extra words that make sense. So it wants to get rid of 2 words, so the and then the end again. So I'm agreeing with that, so it's gonna remove those words. So now I'm gonna get rid of here. I'm gonna go back to the video, and then I'm gonna move the words a little bit higher,
Mm-hmm.
making sure that it's in the middle, and then I'm gonna make it a little bit, I'm gonna make the words a little bit smaller,
Mm-hmm.
right? So now they're smaller, they're not taking over the whole screen.
Right.
And then now I need to make a hook. So I'm gonna go back to my hook, which is the $8, the $25, right?
Uh-huh.
So that's the visual hook. So I already have that saved. So I'm gonna go back to where I saved it, which is right here.
Mm-hmm.
So it's $25 per referral. And again, I know this because I copied it from another creator that this was working for. So I'm gonna put it on the
Wow.
side. Hang on 1 second. I'm gonna put it on the side. I'm gonna paste it. I'm gonna put green behind it. I'm gonna put it on the left hand side.
Mm-hmm.
I put it see-through, and then I'm gonna make it green. So now I'm gonna just put it over here
Mm-hmm.
so that people are constantly seeing it during
Right.
the whole time, right?
Right.
And
Yeah.
then now I'm gonna add a trending sound or a sound that is going to complement what I'm doing. So give me 1 second. And by this time, so that's a good one, because it's like you want to do this, right? So
So
now
that's in the background, the music you're playing.
what I need to do is that I need to hang on a second. It's what I need to do now is that I need to lower the background sound,
Right.
all the way down to like almost 0, and then take my voice all the way to the highest.
Oh,
So then
yeah.
you do those things, you hit done. But that's like a very, like, it is a trending sound, but it's also like, you gotta do this kind of thing, like the
Right.
news, right?
Like it's what is that called? That
Dramatic.
word that you like would you get in your head? What is
Yes.
that? Yeah.
Yes.
It's like it
Yes.
makes you
Yes.
think. Yeah.
Right. So now the video is done, right? So now
Every time I recommend.
so normally I would get rid of that, but because I want them to be looking at it the whole time,
Right.
I'm going to leave it like that. The words are there. And then I do read the words before I
Mhm.
post it. Because
Right.
sometimes with my accent, my words come out differently.
Hmm. Right.
So I always, and sometimes sometimes the captions will pick up something different than what you're saying. So you always want to read it. So like if you say
Right.
live good, a lot of times it'll say live gun
Oh.
instead of live good, right? So
Yeah.
now you
And
have
then they
everything.
Google it.
So
Yeah.
now you're gonna go do this, and then you're gonna go to the top, and then normally it'll give you this save here, but
Mhm.
sometimes it changes it, and then it'll be the little arrow. So now I'm gonna save it. See, now they changed it freaking again. So you always have to pay attention. So before, the bottom one was to save to the grid, but now the
Right.
bottom one is saved to story. So you don't want to save it to your story. You want to save
Right.
it to your wall. Save without watermark. So now you have it saved on your phone, and
Right.
now it's
That's
posting
right.
to your
Yeah.
wall, right? So now you have a new post, and it's a 30-second post. And when you're
Mhm.
first getting to know people, you want to do 5, 7, 30-second, 50-second videos so that people can get to binge watch you.
Right. Right.
So they're
Okay.
finishing
Because I
more
was doing
videos and
60.
more videos and more videos, and they're watching your face.
Yeah.
So the other part is like this one right here, right? This one, don't get a second job. This one is also trending right now, right? So
Okay.
it's called a B-roll. So it's still showing you. And again, you don't have
Mhm.
to be at the beach. You can just literally
Right.
be eating.
Yeah. Yeah. Plus they have the backgrounds too.
No, you don't want to do backgrounds.
No, I
You
won't
want-
because that's too much. Yeah. No, I'm
No,
saying
it's
they
just
have.
it's a hit or miss, because if you do, what happens is that when you don't, people want to have intimacy with you. So
Right.
intimacy means into me you see,
Right. Right.
right?
Yeah.
But if
Right.
I have, and for me, sometimes I think that that me having a filter, sometimes it actually gets in the way, because I am using a filter, so I am filter, but there is something when you are seeing, when you think you see people, when you think you know people, right? You're saying, oh, you're so busy, you're here, you're there, da 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 da.
Yeah.
You think that you've seen me everywhere, but
Right.
those are just videos that I collected from, different times.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
sometimes my friends will be like, what, you were here and you didn't even say hi? I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, I saw that you were in Vegas, or I saw that you were in Atlanta, or I saw that you were in Texas, or I
Oh,
saw
how
that.
funny.
I'm like, I wasn't there. That was 3 years ago.
Oh my gosh, that is so funny.
Right?
Yeah.
So don't re don't reinvent the wheel. And when you're in a funk,
Yeah.
then you actually use that as your copy. You're like, you put like a PS. Right now I'm in a funk,
Right.
but I'm
Yeah.
so grateful to know that I can build a business
Hmm.
that I can just post a video and get paid.
You know what I think it is? I honestly think that it just takes so much out of me that because I told you it takes me like an hour because I'm like, okay, I don't like that or I don't like that. Then I'll start something. I'm like, oh no, that doesn't sound right. And then I'll delete it before I'm even done.
Because you're reinventing the wheel.
Probably. And I just put so much pressure. I'm like, no, I don't like that. And then I'll do it again. And I'm like, oh my God, that was almost good. But, and then I delete it. So that's why it's just that it's like, oh my God, it just takes so much out of me. But then when
But
I do
okay,
it, I feel good after I do
so
it.
think about it, right? If you were just literally copying, you
Yeah.
take a video that I did, right?
Right.
And
And then
remember,
copy what you're
even if you
saying.
don't see that I have a lot of views, every video that I have
Yeah.
it comes from a viral video.
Hmm.
And even though I may not have a lot of views or a lot of traction, people are still connecting with me.
But there's still, yeah.
So like for instance, there's this one, right? No, it's not that one. Let me see. So this one right here, right? This one
Yeah.
goes on and off, and then people comment and people don't comment. And this one has over 3,000 comments,
Wow.
right?
Yeah.
So people might watch, and then comment in one. Watch, and then comment in one. Or they
Yeah.
might go watch the one that has the most traction. But with
Hmm.
you is that they're watching, but they're just binge watching. They're just watching
Right.
to pass the time, but they're not.
Yeah.
They're
They're not zeroing in on me.
you're like the nice girl that the guy talks to,
Hmm.
and then they go and make out with the hot girl.
Right. Yeah.
You don't want to be that.
Right.
You
Yeah.
want to be the hot girl that they
Right.
want to
I
take
know.
out,
Right. Right.
right? So
Hmm.
my point is that when we look at your content, Heller, when
Hmm.
we look at your content, we want your content. We want your content, and then we want to make sure that your face, that your picture actually, because it's like your whole face,
Right.
right? So if you send me your picture, we can fix your face. If you don't want to start, I promise you that if you start a new channel and you start posting 3 videos a day,
Hmm.
you'll grow and you'll get traction.
Right.
But
You have to do.
you also have to do the you have to do the blueprint. So if you're not doing can you see my screen?
Oh, now I can. Yeah. I thought, what is happening? Yeah.
So if you're not doing the blueprint, right? The blueprint is you choose the problem. The problem that you're choosing is that you want to help. You want to help. What do you consider a Gen Xer, or what do you consider?
A Gen Xer. But I'm trying to help. Yeah. Like, what is her name that I see her videos all the time? I can't think of her name. She was always on this call.
Oh, Amy.
Amy. Yeah. Yeah.
So
She
Amy's
said that.
after teachers.
Right.
So do
But
you
she
want
always
to go
says the
after
Gen
teachers?
Xer. No, no, no. No, but she always says the Gen Xers. But anyway, it's for anybody really.
Right,
Like
but you have to target. If you go for it,
right.
so let me remind you what anybody and everybody is, because you never want to hit it for everybody, because then there's nobody, anybody.
Well, I mean students, because when I do, I'll put students. What else did I put?
So if you're putting students, most students are broke.
Students or single people. I'm trying to think what I hashtag.
Okay,
Widowers,
so I want
widows.
I want you to listen to this, okay?
Okay.
This is a story about 4 people named everybody, somebody, anybody, and nobody. There was an important job to do, and everybody was to do it. Everybody was sure that somebody would do it. Anybody could have done it, but nobody did it. Somebody got angry because it was everybody's job. Everybody thought that anybody would have done it, but nobody realized that everybody wouldn't do it. In the end, ended up being that
Nobody
everybody blamed somebody when nobody did what
did it.
anybody could have done.
Wow. Okay.
So when you have any of those words, it lands on nowhere, right? So
Mm-hmm.
that's why you have to have a person. So that's step number 4. You have to have a person, but you don't know who the person is if you don't know what the problem that you solve is, right? So you are wanting to have, you're a professional woman that you want to have your own, you want to call your own shots, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or what is the reason you want to have more money?
Well, it's not that, well, I want to have more money because, well, freedom, being able to not think about, how much this is or, because I have a house and I'm the only, well, I do have now a roommate, a friend of mine moved in with me. He helps out, but, no, I just want more because I never had to worry about money ever. But
Uh-huh.
now, with the house and everything and my bills, yeah, now I worry about it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I have to cut down on certain things I never had to before, you know,
Mm-hmm.
so
So you want to have more, you want to have more
money.
money so that you're not having to rent a
Right.
room.
No, I don't mind. No, he's a friend. I don't mind. I'm doing him a favor. He's doing me a favor. It's just that I just want to have money. So, I mean, I used to go out and shop and do whatever, money was not really a problem, but it's more of a problem now because I have to do all the bills. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying?
So
So
you want to have more money so that you're not,
I can go shopping and have fun
so that
and
you're not so tight on money, right?
right, right.
Okay. So the problem that you want to solve for you in other women in your shoes is that do you have more month at the end of the month? Right?
Jeff,
Do you have more bills? Is your money gone before the
it's
month is
all
over?
no, no. I don't have that. I don't live paycheck to paycheck. No, I have money, but I always had more money in my bank, like in my checking. I mean, I have money all tied up and all that stuff, but I always had more money in my checking account. It was always, now it's like, oh my God, where'd my money go? You know what I'm saying? So now it's just different. So, I mean, it's just that, when you share the expenses with somebody and then he's not there anymore, and then you got to take care of everything, you know,
Mm-hmm.
that's
So
why I want
you're
money.
not hurting for money. You just
I'm not
want more
hurting.
of it,
Right.
right? Okay.
Right. I had more freedom than I do now. I mean, I still
Mhm.
go and spend money and I can't help it, but it would be nice if I didn't have to look in my account and say, oh my God, what happened? Now I can't do anything this month. It's like, okay, I'm not doing anything this month. I'm gonna not do a thing. Well, I still do, but I mean, I really have to watch.
So
But
doesn't that mean, isn't that the definition of paycheck to paycheck?
no, no, but I do have money in the bank and I have money in my savings. It's just that I don't want to, and then I have
But
money tied up.
paycheck to paycheck means that you do, it doesn't mean that you don't have savings, and it
Right.
doesn't
No,
mean
I
that,
know. No, but it's not that bad. No, it's not that bad. It's just that there's always more money in my account, more than I see now. No, I don't live paycheck. I mean, I always have money in my bank. I never,
you
that's not
never
the problem.
overspend.
Right.
Okay. So you just want to have more
Yeah.
financial freedom,
Yeah.
right?
Yes,
Okay.
I
So if
do.
you want to have more financial freedom, then that's your message, right? You're like,
Right.
look, not all of us are broke here,
Right.
right? Not all
Right.
of us are broke here, but if you want to have more money, I found the easiest way to make more money.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the attitude that you want to go with making this video. So the problem that you solve is that you're looking for women, for professional women that are wanting to have more income,
Mm-hmm.
to
Right.
have more freedom to buy whatever they want to buy, right?
Right. Right.
Then the irresistible offer is that you have the easiest side hustle, where you can make $16,000 a month in residual income. That's
Mm-hmm.
the problem that you solve, right?
Right.
That's the irresistible offer for just $49 one time and $10 a month. people
Mhm.
can make $16,000 a month. The
Right.
one transformation picture that you give them is that making $6,000 a month would transform people's lives. Would you agree?
Of course.
Okay. And then
Yeah.
the person that you cater to, wouldn't it be would it not be Gen Xers, professional women?
Mm-hmm.
Would that
Yeah.
be the women that you want to cater to?
Yeah.
So
Or even
you
people that are younger. I would think even people in their 40s or, you know, people
you
are
just gotta
that
pick a lane. It doesn't matter what
I
it is.
know. Yeah.
But I
I
mean,
mean,
you
anybody
don't
can
want
do
to
it.
pick students because most students are broke,
Yeah, that's true.
right? And most students are busy being students.
Right.
You don't want to pick somebody in their 70s because
No.
it's going to be harder for them to make videos and reinvent the wheel. So you want to either pick 30s, 40s, or 50s.
Right.
But you
What's
got to
really
pick
funny,
one.
there's a lady on here. I think I told you about her. She's 75 years old. She's my grandmother. She says that this is helping my retirement. I
Yeah,
forgot what
yeah,
she was doing. Huh?
right. But the thing is that you still got to pick a lane.
Oh, I know. Yeah. No, I'm just
So
saying it's
which
just
one do
funny
you
that
want
you
to
said
pick?
this. Um, the Gen Xers.
Okay, so just talk to Gen Xers, right?
Yeah.
So talk to Gen Xers, and that's your audience. You're always talking to the Gen Xers.
Right.
Are you? So whenever I say you hear me say something, you talk to the Gen Xers. And yes, I know the woman that because I dupe a lot of her videos, uh,
Hmm.
but she's not talking to the 70-year-olds. She's
Right.
talking to the younger people because she wants to work less, right?
Right.
If
And
you want
she's
to
and
work
teachers.
harder, you're gonna call for the people that are gonna be more work for you, and you want it to be easier versus harder because you already have a full-time job. And then the daily method of operation is the 5 by 5. You make 5 posts a day, meaning one
Hmm.
video you post it on your stories, you post it on your video, and then you split it into 3 videos so that you
Hmm.
can take pieces of that video and then make it into another video, or you can do 2 B rolls, right?
Hmm.
So you do a B-roll with words on words and trending sounds, and then one video that is going to go on your page, and then one video that is going to go on your stories.
Yeah.
And then you can actually reshare that video, ask somebody to reshare that video or reshare that video.
Right.
You have Instagram and Facebook, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so just reshare that video over to Instagram, and then which then shares it to Facebook. So now you have
Right.
one video for one. You have 5 videos for the price of one video. So yes, it's post on TikTok, share to
Yeah.
stories, share to Instagram stories, share to Facebook stories, share to Instagram post, share to Facebook post. So that's 6 for
Hmm.
one video,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
And then the next one is connect with 5 new people. And that's, I think, what you're not doing. I don't think you're connecting with people on TikTok, are you?
Yeah.
You connect,
There are, yeah. I mean, a lot of people, they DM me though,
right? But you want to be connecting
but it's
in
not,
the
yeah.
you want to be connecting in the comment section.
Right. Yeah.
And then you want to be following more people. But if this is still at 157, that means that you're not there's a disconnect between you thinking that you're connecting and actually connecting with people, because when you start connecting, people follow you back.
Hmm.
So
Right.
you got you
I
how
know people, I have people that are following me. I'm not following them back and I need to.
well, not no, you don't always have to follow everybody back,
Right.
because like if people,
But if I follow them first, they
what do you
usually,
mean?
like, in other words, you said follow more people.
Well, you got to follow more people that are your potential
But
clients,
right.
but you also have
Right.
to have more people following you. And
Right.
that's the purpose of you going and finding 5 new people, not
Hmm.
in the DMs, but
Right.
commenting on 5 new people, and then
Right.
following people that could be your potential clients.
Right.
So you don't want to
Okay.
go follow someone that has a lot more followers than you, because that person is
Right.
probably not going to follow you back.
Right. Right. Right.
So if you have someone that has 100 followers or less than 100, and
Hmm.
they're posting, then those are the people that you want to follow, because then they're going to feel that, oh, she's in the same boat that I'm in,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
So that's 5 and then you want to invite 5 people to take a look. But in order for you to invite 5 people to take a look, you need to have content where people are asking,
Right.
what is it? And then you want to follow up with 5 people, and that means that you planted seeds to be able to follow up with 5 people, because you can't follow
Right.
up with anybody if you haven't planted any seed.
Right.
And then
Right.
you got to share the video. The way that you share the
Right.
video is that you invite them into the Live Good community, and then we share that video inside of the community.
Okay.
And that's it. And then you want to
That's what I did.
maximize your profile, because right now your profile is not maximized. So we want to put a picture where it's not just like, imagine if I was like this,
Right. Right. Okay.
it wouldn't look right, right?
Uh-uh. Right.
So right now, that's how your post on TikTok looks. So like it's just your face. So you
Right.
need to have a little bit of more aesthetic, right?
Right.
And you want
Okay.
to just have it to where it has a better flow. And then
Right.
you want to have your name, your first name, your first name, last name, and then what is that you do? Gen Xer helping, professional women make more money online.
Right.
Something that
Okay.
tells people what you do. And then the path. The path is that you want to build your email list. And I don't think you're doing that right now, are you?
Mm-mm.
So you want to build an email list, because otherwise you're doing all this work, and if you were to lose your account, you have nothing to show.
Right.
Right? So you want to build an email list, and then you want to proper preparation prevents poor presentation process. This process means that you plan to do 3 videos no matter what, even if you're in a funk.
Right.
And that's the 6 P's, because if you don't plan those 6 P's, they don't happen. The videos they don't make themselves.
Right.
The 5 C's. Choose, to commit, to copy, to create, and stay in community. If you don't stay in community and you don't take advantage of being active in the community, when you start inviting people to the community, you're just another person versus you being seen as a leader. Right? So
Mm-hmm.
you want to be someone that is active in the community, so that you can be seen as a leader, so you can be
Right.
someone that is active. And then you want to choose to commit, to copy and post, because
Mm-hmm.
that's all we have to do.
Right.
As creators, we don't have to actually reinvent the wheel. We just have to create what's already been proven to.
Right.
Number
Okay.
10 is to get the support, and that's what you're doing right now.
Right.
Showing up to a training, asking questions, going through the process, getting mentorship, getting
Wow.
guidance. And then throughout this whole process, this is where we take it back to Ho'oponopono.
Right.
Throughout this whole process, if you continue to get rid of anything that is holding you back,
Right.
and you keep asking God to release anything that is holding you back, has anything come up when you do the cleaning?
No, nothing really has. Now, you know what's so funny though? In my dreams, like it was last Sunday, I had a dream and it was so weird because it made me, I got so mad in my dream that I had such a bad day. I think that that really triggered something. It was after I did the Ho'oponopono, and I didn't know if it was my father or my boyfriend that passed away. And he like so nonchalantly said, well, I'm going to go to Miami or I'm going to go to Florida or something. And I got so angry. I'm like, why aren't you inviting me? And I did not know when I woke up. I didn't know. I thought, was that my dad or was that Donnie? Because, and I thought my dad would not do that. I said, now Donnie would do that, but he always invited me and I always turned him down because I had something else to do. I don't know. It was so weird though. And I thought,
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if that was coming up in my dream. And I was so mad in my dream I'm like, how dare you not invite me? So when I woke up, I thought, well, I don't know who that was. You know how you don't
And
know?
sometimes dreams are just our systems trying to get rid of excess process. So it's just
Yeah,
getting rid of whatever is there. But
right,
when you are doing Ho'oponopono, it's really about getting cognizant of what's holding you back, that is coming up. And it's possible that you may have resentments, right? That you may have resentments to either your partner or your dad. So if
right.
that
Not
if
my
that came
dad.
up in a dream, maybe that is something that you gotta process during
Right.
your Ho'oponopono.
Hmm.
But that's going to help you a lot. And when you do all of this, the end result, Heller, is that you will get clients. It's
Right,
impossible to do all of this work and not get clients. Literally
right,
impossible. And then the other step that I'm missing is the personal development. If you do all of this, but you're not doing personal development, then you're still going to be in the same boat that you're
right, right,
in, because personal development is what's really going to carry you in the process, that when you feel like you're in a funk, you're still going to show up even if you're in a funk. Like, you're the only one. I mean, think about it. Kudos to you, because even though everyone else doesn't show up, you've shown up every single time. Every
Yeah.
single time you've shown up. Hang on a second, let me get I've told it that I don't want a code, but it still gives me a freaking code. I don't know how to. It's really annoying.
I know, I can't. That's crazy. What does that say on the bottom? Reserved. Oh,
Oh, it says
yeah.
that it says that I gotta do a code.
You have to make one up, or they send you one?
No, they email it
Oh,
to
they
me.
send
It's just
you.
a
Yeah.
pain in the neck.
Oh,
Okay,
goodness.
so let's ask ChatGPT, why should we do personal? Why
So,
should
okay. So nothing
why
comes up.
hang
Oh,
on,
go
hang on
ahead.
one second, hang on one second. Why should business okay. So let's see what ChatGPT tells you. But that the 12th step that I'm going to be adding is that when you start reading every single day and journaling, it shifts. Like, if you're in a funk, you know that everyone goes through a funk. Everyone.
Right. Yeah.
Elon Musk goes through a funk. Jeff Bezos goes through a funk.
Mhm.
Every author goes through a funk. Every person that is successful has gone through a funk. But let's
Right.
see what ChatGPT says.
It removes blind spots and it changes.
Let me grab a book.
Business owners benefit from daily personal development reading because it strengthens the traits that determine long-term performance and decision making. Here is the clear, grounded case through the lens of your selected experts. 1. It sharpens your thinking. Cal Newport and Naval Ravikant emphasize that reading builds focus, mental clarity, and the ability to filter noise. 10 to 15 minutes a day compounds into better strategic decisions and fewer reactive choices. 2. It upgrades your operating system. James Clear explains that small habits shape identity. Reading even a few pages signals to your brain that you are someone who invests in continuous mastery. That identity shows up in how you lead, sell, and communicate. 3. It removes blind spots before they become expensive. Tony Robbins teaches that businesses grow only as fast as the owner's capacity. Reading exposes you to new patterns, frameworks, and ways of solving problems so you avoid repeating the same mistakes. 4. It keeps you competitive. Alex Hormozy points out that information creates leverage. One idea from a book can change an offer, improve a system, or increase revenue. Reading ensures you stay ahead while others slow down. 5. It stabilizes your mindset under pressure. High performers treat mindset as a skill, not a feeling. Reading even a short chapter reinforces perspective, discipline, and emotional control. This is especially important for professionals who carry the weight of decisions, deadlines, and expectations. 6. It creates compounding confidence. The more you learn, the more competent you feel. Competence creates confidence. Confidence drives action. Action produces results. Reading is one of the simplest ways to build that loop without spending money or adding complexity. If you want, I can help you turn this into a short post, a TikTok script,
Okay.
or a
Wow.
carousel style breakdown.
That makes sense, right?
Yes.
So even if you read just for 1 minute a day, right?
Uh-huh.
Even if you just, so the Slide Edge, and I recommend you, I can send you a lot of these books in a digital format, and then you can also get them on audio. But these books, if you just read 1 page a day, it'll change your thinking even when you're in a funk. Like
Wow.
this is one of my friends, Jeff Olson. This book
Mhm.
has been around the world, and people
Wow.
still read it. And he said, everybody's bugging me about what to do, so I'm gonna put it in a book so people stop bugging me. And this one is a
Wow.
simple. This one is a great book. Is what to do anytime that you're doing something, and this goes along with what you're saying.
Right.
Every time you start something, the first 30 days and actually the first 90 days, they feel funky. and
Mm-hmm.
you feel like you're just never gonna get there. And then
Right.
the more that you do it, the more that you get better at. So if you just
Right.
do this, it'll make a big difference. The 1 minute manager is just on how to manage yourself so that you can be more effective. This
Mm-hmm.
one is huge. This one is like I keep telling you, you gotta have one person that you're talking to. So the power of one, it's all about the one thing, one person, one social media, one kind of video,
Right.
one kind, so this one is
Yeah.
all, and again,
Wow.
well, you don't have to pick all of it. This one is about eat that frog first. Do
Oh.
the hard thing first, and
Uh-huh.
then everything else will fall.
Right.
Atomic bombs, I'm sure you've heard of it, right?
Yeah.
Atomic habits. And then this one is more on their spiritual, like fussy stuff, but it's
Mm-hmm.
still really good because it's still about taking action on a
Right.
consistent daily action. And I
Mm-hmm.
mean, these are just some of the staples that I have of the books that I've read, and I continue to go back and forth. So
Right.
let's end the Zoom, and then we're gonna hop back on to do
Okay.
the
Is it going
second.
to be me again?
It
Just
could be
me?
just you. So we'll go into it.
Pretty
So
proud of
this
me.
one was more about mindset and
Mhm.
teaching you
Right.
how to get out of your funk. And so this one was more about mindset into getting out of your funk. And even if you're in your funk, to still be able to create
Right.
content.
Right.
The next round is all about content regardless of mindset.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll hop off because then I want to make sure that we have the two recordings.
Right.
So
Yeah, because I got
hop
to
back.
do something. I got a lot of text that I got to talk. I got to do that first. It's
Oh,
from
then
work.
go do that and then come back if you want.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay, I
see you
will.
soon. Okay,
All
bye.
righty. Bye.